Miss Frank approached me in the parking garage. It was actually June of 2014. And she said, Kevin, I need to talk with you because I'm going to be retiring at the end of my term, and I want to know if you have any interest in running for this office. And I said, Pat, I don't have a clue. I haven't thought about it. I haven't considered it. But I gave it a lot of thought. We had met times after that. She invited me to the clerk's Christmas party in December of 2014. She introduced me to all of her management that was there. It was not a campaign speech. I did not make any announcements there. I introduced her and gave her the praise for her office at that particular event. And so we were on a path where she was actually going through retirement. And then that seemed to change in February, and actually at the end of December, she said, Kevin, I need you to talk with Harry because I don't know if Harry's going to be running for this position. So you need to sit down and talk with him because obviously if he's running, I'm going to be supporting Harry. And I said, Pat, I totally get that because of that allegiance and because of that relationship. So Harry and I had a lunch over at the University Club in January of 2015, and Harry said he was running for re-election and said, you know what, if this was a different time, I may be running, but you know what, I'm running for re-election to City Council, and so right now I don't have any interest in running for that position. So I said, fine, and reported that back to Pat. So then in February, she had said, well, as we were getting closer and we were talking time frame, she says, Kevin, I'm not sure if I'm going to retire or not. And I said, okay. I said, let's continue talking. So by the end of March, we had a lunch, and this was at 2J's. And she said, Kevin, Pat said to me, she said, Kevin, I don't know if I'm going to retire or not. And I'm not going to make that decision until spring of 2016. And I said, well, Pat, there's only 6 months to give to be able to run an election. I've been to this rodeo twice before. I know what it takes to run a countywide election. She says, well, she says, that's my decision. She says, you have to do what you have to do, but when I make that decision next spring, it's going to be based on my health and how I feel at the time. And she said, so do what you need to do. And I launched in April of 2015, and soon afterwards, she said that she was running for re-election. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our versions. You'll have to judge. Mimi, to your point, this is what the process is all about. And so you all will need to make a decision of who you think the best person is to lead the office into the future. And this is what our country founders, I think, believed this process was to be. And so it is what it is. Thank you.
Pat, you have the last word.
Let me just say, Kevin, I won't hold your youthfulness against your memory loss.
Okay, I knew we were going to leave that one in on that lovely note. That's our next question. Let's give a round of applause for our group debaters today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you, Eric, for coming. Thank you all for coming too. Remember, our next big Tiger Bay debate is going to be May the 20th of all the District 6 candidates, and hopefully